Imagine this. You're standing at the altar, heart pounding like a war drum, the love of your life smiling through tears just feet away. The church is alive with whispers and soft violin strains, flowers blooming like hope itself under the stained glass glow. But the seats where your parents should be? Empty, not fashionably late, gone. No call, no text, just a voicemail from your mom the night before. Sorry, honey, your brother's game ran long. We'll catch up soon. That soon never came. For 7 years, it never came. Until one sunny afternoon, I snap a photo of my sleek new Porsche Taycan, $135,000 of gleaming electric beast parked in my Silicon Valley driveway like a trophy from the gods. I post it online, caption, finally treating myself. Likes flood in from friends, colleagues, strangers cheering a woman who clawed her way up. And then my phone buzzes. Unknown number. I answer, and a voice I haven't heard in half a decade cracks through. Alex? It's Mom. We saw your car. Wow, can we talk? Family meeting? My blood turns to ice. Talk? Now? After they erase me from their lives? Oh, they want to talk, all right. But what starts as a surprise reunion spirals into a nightmare of greed and lies. One that ends with me handing them the justice they've begged for, wrapped in a bow of cold, hard truth. Stick around because this isn't just revenge, it's resurrection. If you've ever felt invisible to the people who should love you most, betrayed, dismissed, like your dreams are just background noise, then this story's for you. It's the kind of tale that makes your chest tighten with rage, then floods you with that sweet electric rush of, yes, finally. Hit that like button if you're ready to root for the underdog. Subscribe for more raw Reddit revenge that hits like a gut punch, and let's dive in. You won't believe how this ends. Let's rewind. Because to understand the fire that fueled my comeback, you have to feel the chill of the neglect that nearly froze me out. My name's Alex, short for Alexandra Rivera, the forgotten middle child in a family that treated success like a zero-sum game. Picture our house in suburban Phoenix, a squat ranch-style relic with peeling beige paint, the kind of place where dreams go to gather dust. Dad, Victor, was a mid-level accountant at a tire factory. Salt and pepper hair always slicked back like he was auditioning for a 90s cop show. His voice a gravelly bark that could shatter glass. Real men provide, he'd grunt over dinner, eyes locked on my brother, never me. Mom, Elena, fluttered around like a moth to his flame, petite, with that perpetual worry-line forehead, her hands wringing dish towels into submission. She baked cookies for PTA meetings, but forgot my birthdays after I hit 13. And then there was Javier, my big brother, the golden boy. 6'2", quarterback build, with a smile that could charm snakes. From the day he threw his first touchdown in Pee Wee League, he was the sun. The rest of us, just orbiting debris. Me, I was the glitch in their perfect script. Bookish, awkward, with frizzy hair that rebelled against every brush and glasses that magnified my endless questions. Why does the sky turn pink at sunset, Dad? I'd ask, perched on his recliner arm. He'd swat my hand away without looking up from the sports page. Go play outside, Alex. This ain't a science fair. But I couldn't play. I tinkered. In my cramped bedroom, walls plastered with faded NASA posters, I'd hoard salvaged circuit boards from the junkyard, wiring them into Frankenstein contraptions that blinked and buzzed like they had secrets to spill. By 12, I was coding basic games on our ancient Dell, fingers flying over keys that felt like extensions of my soul. Mom caught me once at 3 a.m., screen glow painting my face ghostly blue. Lights out, mija. Javier needs his sleep for practice. Javier, snoring like a freight train down the hall. Always Javier. High school was a pressure cooker of indifference. While Javier got the truck for his 16th birthday, shiny red Ford, keys tossed with a proud drive safe son, I inherited his hand-me-down bike, chain rusty and seat torn. Girls don't need cars, Dad chuckled at the dinner table, fork spearing his steak. My stomach twisted, a hot coil of shame snaking up my throat. I swallowed it down with mashed potatoes that tasted like ash, but I dreamed bigger. AP classes, debate club, late nights devouring books on algorithms and AI. College scouts sniffed around Javier for football scholarships. For me, crickets. I applied to Stanford on a whim, scraping essays from notebook margins. Acceptance letter came like lightning. Full ride, baby. Dad's reaction. A grunt over coffee. A tech? That's for nerds who can't hack real life. Mom hugged Javier tighter that night, whispering about his bright future in business school. Me? I packed alone, suitcase zipper echoing in the empty garage. Stanford was freedom laced with poison. Dorms buzzing with ambition, kids from moneyed families debating venture capital over ramen. I was the outlier, thrift store jeans fraying at the hems, ramen my staple because Pell Grants stretched thin. But God, the rush of it. Lectures in sun-drenched halls, professors with wild hair and wilder ideas, challenging us to code the future. I thrived, diving into machine learning like it was oxygen. Late nights in the lab, coffee breath fogging my laptop screen, fingers cramping as lines of code bloomed into something alive. A predictive algorithm for stock patterns that professors called revolutionary. Friendships sparked too. Mia, my roommate with her infectious laugh and endless pep talks. Raj, the lanky Indian kid who became my coding soulmate, trading memes and midnight burritos. Then, love crashed in like a comet. Ethan, tall, tousled brown hair, eyes like warm caramel. We met in a quantum computing seminar, our hands brushing over a shared textbook. Sparks? Understatement. It was fusion. Dates under campus oaks, whispering futures over cheap wine, his thumb tracing my knuckles, making my skin hum. You're going to change the world, Alex, he'd murmur, breath feathering my ear. I believed him. We graduated hand in hand, him with a poli-sci degree, me clutching that comp-sci diploma like a shield. Back in Phoenix for the summer, I mustered the courage. Mom, Dad, we're getting married. Small ceremony next spring. Silence stretched thick as fog. Dad's newspaper rustled. Married? At 23. Javier's just starting his MBA. Mom's eyes darted to the family photo on the mantle. Javier front and center, me blurred in the back. We'd love to, Mia, but the trip to Mexico for your cousin's quinceañera overlaps. And Dad's got that conference. Lies, all of it. I knew the quinceañera was months off. Dad's conference was a fishing trip with buddies. But the knife twisted anyway, sharp, cold, lodging in my ribs. I hung up, phone slipping from sweat-slick fingers, and sobbed into Ethan's chest until dawn. They're just busy, he soothed, but his jaw clenched, anger flickering in his eyes for me. The wedding was magic laced with ache. A backyard affair in our tiny Oakland rental. String lights twinkling like stars we'd claim as ours. Wildflowers in mason jars, Mia officiating with tears smudging her mascara. 50 friends laughed over tacos and craft beer, Ethan's vows wrapping around me like armor. Alex, you're my code breaker, my constant in chaos. I said yes through a veil of happy tears, but every empty chair ghosted their absence. No parents meant no first dance photos, no awkward dad-daughter sway. Just me, forcing a smile for the camera, heart hollow as a deleted file. We honeymooned on a shoestring in Big Sur. Cliffs crashing against the sea, salt wind whipping my hair. But even there, doubt crept in. What if they never come around? I whispered one night, waves roaring below. Ethan pulled me close, his heartbeat steady against mine. Then we built our own family, stronger. But building wasn't easy. Post-grad, Ethan landed a policy gig at a nonprofit. I, freelance coding gigs that paid in ramen and rejection emails. Too green, VCs sneered over Zoom, their suits crisp while my apartment reeked of takeout. Nights blurred into code marathons, eyes burning, back knotted from hunching over my desk. A wobbly IKEA relic scarred with coffee rings. Javier's updates trickled in via mutual cousins. Big promotion at the firm. Buying a house. Mom's Facebook posts glowed with pride. Javier's engagement announcement, baby shower invites. Me, radio silence. A Christmas card once, unsigned, with a generic love family. I framed it ironically on our fridge, Ethan's sticky note over it. Fuel for the fire. And burn it did. The breaking came in year 3. I'd scraped together a prototype. Aria, an AI platform for personalized mental health coaching. Chatbots that listened, adapted, held space for the broken bits we hide. born from my own fractures, late-night confessions to Ethan about the what-ifs of parental love. I pitched it everywhere, sweaty palms clutching prototypes, voice cracking on demo reels. Rejections piled like snowdrifts. Markets saturated. Need more traction. One VC, a smug prick in a Patagonia vest, leaned back mid-pitch. Cute idea, but who's gonna trust a girl from nowhere with their psyche? Girl from nowhere. The word slithered under my skin, itching like poison ivy. I drove home in our rattling Civic, knuckles white on the wheel, tears blurring taillights. Pulled into the driveway, slammed the door hard enough to rattle the windows. Ethan found me curled on the kitchen floor, sobs racking my frame. They were right, I gasped, voice raw. Dad's voice in my head. Nerd who can't hack real life. Maybe I'm just invisible. He knelt, cupping my face, thumbs brushing salt tracks. Invisible? Alex, you're a supernova. They couldn't handle your light. That night, we talked till the sky lightened, fears spilling like code errors, debugging our shared vulnerabilities. By dawn, resolve hardened in my chest, a diamond forged from coal. No more begging for scraps. I'd build Arya into an empire, not for them, but for every girl from nowhere who'd been dimmed. Hustle mode activated. I bootstrapped with side gigs, tutoring coders online, voice hoarse from endless calls. Ethan juggled his job, editing my pitch decks till 2 a.m., his red pen a lifeline. We moved to a cheaper spot in Oakland's fringes, walls thin as promises, but it was ours. First win, a seed grant from a women's tech collective, $50K that felt like millions. I hired Raj as co-founder. Mia handled ops, her energy a whirlwind. Arya beta launched. Users trickled in, then surged. Stressed moms, anxious teens, executives cracking under glass ceilings. Reviews poured. This app saved me from the dark. My inbox overflowed with stories. Raw, real, mirroring my own buried ache. Revenue ticked up, 10K month 1, 50K by 6. We scaled. Office in a converted warehouse, ping pong table amid server racks, team ballooning to 20. VCs circled now, hats in hand. Visionary. That Patagonia prick emailed a groveling apology after our Series A, to valuation. I replied with a polite, no thanks, deleting his number with a savage grin. Years blurred in a success montage. Keynotes at SXSW, my voice steady under spotlights. Forbes 30 under 30. Photo op with champagne flutes clinking like victory bells. Ethan and I bought a house in the hills. Modern lines, floor-to-ceiling windows framing bay views. No kids yet, but talks of them danced in quiet evenings, his hand on my belly, dreaming of tiny coders. Javier's life? I glimpsed via social media stalking. Divorce papers public, job hops like a game of hot potato. That golden smile cracking at the edges. Mom's posts thinned. Proud of my boy, but the likes dwindled. Dad retired early, grumbling about kids these days. Me? Arya hit $99 valuation, users in the millions, partnerships with wellness giants. Therapy sessions helped unpack the baggage. Therapist's couch soft under me, words tumbling. Their neglect wasn't about you, Alex. It was their fear of your shine. I nodded. Tears hot, but inside a quiet roar built. Not forgiveness. Not yet. Justice. The Porsche was the cherry on my self-made sundae. I'd eyed the Taycan for months. Curves like a panther, 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds. Whisper quiet hum promising escape. Test drive sealed it. Leather seats cradling me like a lover. Acceleration pinning me back. Wind rushing through open sunroof like freedom's breath. Hours. Ethan grinned as we signed papers, $135K vanishing from our account like chump change. Delivery day. Garage doors gliding open, the car gleaming under fluorescence, polarizing white, rims spinning like silver halos. I circled it, fingers trailing cool metal, heart swelling. To us, I toasted with Ethan, clinking keys. That afternoon, impulse hit, Instagram post. Photo from the driveway, Porsche foreground, our house blurred behind, me in jeans and a tee, leaning casual against the hood. Caption, chasing horizons, finally treating myself. Tech life, a women who drive. No tags for family, no please. Just me, owning my glow. Likes rolled in, colleagues fire emojis, Mia's queen shit, Raj's vroom vroom boss. By evening, 5K engagements, shares rippling out. I scrolled in bed, Ethan's arm heavy over my waist, a lazy smile tugging my lips. Then, 10 p.m. Phone vibrates off the nightstand. Unknown Arizona number. Heart skips. Spam? I answer, voice sleepy. Hello? Static crackles, then her voice. Mom's, thinner than I remember, edged with that old tremor. Alex? Oh, thank God. It's Elena, your mom. Mom. The word lands like a slap, reopening scars. My throat tightens, pulse thundering in my ears. Ethan stirs, eyes questioning. I mouth Mom, and he bolts upright, hand squeezing mine. What do you want? I manage, voice steel over silk. Pause, heavy as regret. We saw your post. That car, beautiful. Javier showed us. We've missed you. Can we talk? Fly out? Family meeting like old times. Old times. The phrase sours in my mouth, bile rising. Missed me? After the wedding ghosts, the silent Christmases, the Facebook voids, Ethan's grip tightens, his whisper fierce. You don't owe them shit. But curiosity coils in my gut, snake-like, tempting. What do they want? Forgiveness? Or something sharper? I agree, against every screaming instinct. Fine, next weekend, neutral ground, coffee shop in the city. Click, line dead. I hurl the phone across the bed, chest heaving. What the hell was that? Ethan growls, pulling me into his chest. His shirt smells of cedar and safety. They think a meeting erases years? Fuck that. I nod, but sleep evades, mind racing circuits of what-ifs. By morning, resolve steals. This isn't reunion, it's reckoning. The week drags, tension humming like a live wire. Work distracts, board meetings, product launches, but every ping jolts me. Javier texts from a blocked number. Sis, pumped to see ya. That ride though, baller. Blocked back. Mom emails flight details, CCing Dad. Can't wait to hug you, mija. So proud. Proud. The word mocks, a hollow echo. I pace our kitchen, granite cool under bare feet. Ethan's voice from the office. Boundaries, Alex. Remember why. I do. The empty seats. The go play outside. By Friday, I'm a coiled spring. Nails bitten, stomach knotted. Saturday dawns crisp. Bay fog curling like secrets. I choose armor. Tailored blazer over silk blouse. Heels clicking authority on hardwood. Ethan drives me downtown, his hand on my thigh, a grounding pulse. Love you. Kick ass. Coffee shop's a hipster haven. Exposed brick. Espresso steam thick in the air. Indie playlist murmuring. I claim a corner booth. Back to wall. Latte steaming untouched. 10 minutes early. Habit from boardrooms. Then the bell jingles, harsh, invasive. There they are. Mom first. Tentative steps. Floral scarf knotted like a noose. Dad lumbering behind. Paunch straining his polo. Eyes scanning like a hawk for weakness. Javier trails. Man bun askew. Designer jeans sagging. Faded glory. They spot me, freeze. Mom's hand flies to her mouth, eyes welling. Alex. Oh, mija. She rushes, arms outstretched. I stand, rigid. Her hug collides with air, my body a statue. Sit, I say, voice even. They do. Booth creaking under Dad's weight. Silence stretches, broken only by a barista's hiss. Dad clears his throat. Gravel rumbling. Look at you, big shot now, huh? That car, whew, must have set you back. His eyes flick to my ring, simple gold band, then away. No congrats on the marriage. Javier leans in, grin wolfish. Sis, spill, how'd you score that take on? Hookups in the valley? Mom shoots him a look, then softens on me. We've followed your news. That app, Aria, helping so many. We're sorry we missed the wedding. Things were hectic. Hectic. The word ignites. Flashback to altar emptiness. Violins mocking. My fingers drum the table, nails tapping Morse code for rage. Hectic, I echo, smile brittle. Right, like my brother's game. Or the quinceañera. Dad shifts, uncomfortable. Water under the bridge, kiddo. We're here now. Family sticks together. Sticks? Like gum to a shoe. Annoying, unwanted. Conversation lurches, stilted questions about Ethan. He treat you right? The house, bay views? Fancy, but undercurrents swirl. Javier's sidelong glances at my watch. Mom's fidgety hands twisting her purse strap. Dad drops the bomb casual over refills. Speaking of family, Javier's got this startup idea. Fintech thing, disruptive. Needs seed money. Thought with your success. Boom, there it is. The ask, not how are you? Not tell us about your pain. Cash. My latte turns to lead in my mouth. Internal storm brews. Years of silence, and this? Leeches circling blood in the water. Outward, I lean back, crossing arms. Barrier of bone and will. How much? Javier perks. $200K. Equity split, of course. Of course. Mom chimes. It'd mean the world, Alex, for family. Family. The word lashes, reopening wedding wounds. My pulse thuds. Vision narrowing to their expectant faces. Dad's bluff bravado cracking. Mom's pleading eyes mirrors of old manipulations. No, I say, simple, sharp as shattered glass. Silence implodes. Javier blinks. What? Come on, sis, blood's thicker. Thicker than what? Your excuses? I laugh, low, bitter, sound bubbling from a well long sealed. Blood? You mean the stuff you drained from me drop by drop? Skipping my wedding for a game? Posting my brother's wins while I clawed from nothing? Voice rises, words spilling like code unchecked, bugs of truth erupting. Mom gasps, hand to chest. Alex, No, I cut, leaning forward, eyes locking hers. You erased me. Voicemails instead of vows. Hectic instead of hugs. And now, one photo of my win and poof, family meeting. Dad reddens, jowls quivering. Ungrateful. We raised you. Raised? I spit. Standing now, chair scraping like nails on chalkboard. You tolerated. Pushed Javier's dreams mine? Nerd shit. Well, guess what? That nerd shit built a 99-man company, while your golden boy's startups flop like dominoes. Javier flushes, mouth opening fish-like. That's not fair. Fair? My laugh echoes, drawing stares. You want fair? Here's fair. I pull my phone, fingers flying. Social media open, Aria's donor page queued. You want my money? Fine. But not for Javier's pipe dream. Tap. Post live. Honored to donate $200K to women's tech scholarships, in honor of my family's support through the years. Pay it forward. No more invisible girls. Shares ignite instantly. Mia likes. Raj comments fire. Their faces? Priceless. Mom's eyes widen, horror dawning. Alex, no. Dad slams a fist, coffee sloshing. You little... But I'm done. Bag slung, heels pivot, click-clack toward the door. Javier lunges verbal. Wait, we can talk this out. I pause, door half open. Fog rushing cool against my flush. Turn slow, voice velvet over venom. Talk? You had 7 years. Enjoy the scholarship kids' thank yous. Oh, and the Porsche. It's mine. Every mile. Door swings shut behind me, bell mocking their stunned silence. Outside, air hits like baptism, crisp, cleansing. Ethan waits curbside, engine humming. I slide in, buckle clicking finality. How'd it go? He asks, hand finding mine. I exhale, weight lifting like deleted cache. Perfect. Justice served. We drive. Take Han's weight. No. My Porsche purring beside in the garage mirror. Wind rushes, carrying away ghosts. But wait, that coffee shop exit. Just the appetizer. The real feast unfolded over the next weeks. A slow burn symphony of fallout that tasted sweeter than any Michelin star. Back home that day, I collapsed onto the couch, cushions swallowing me whole, Ethan's arms a fortress. Adrenaline crashed, leaving tremors in my limbs, tears hot and unbidden. I did it, I whispered, voice cracking like thin ice. Told them everything. He rocked me gentle, lips brushing my temple. Proud doesn't cover it. You reclaimed your story. Phone buzzed relentless, Mia's text. Saw the post! Legendary. Board members chiming support. But the families? Crickets at first. Then a barrage. Monday dawn. Voicemail from Mom, voice quavering like wind through dry leaves. Alexandra, how could you? Publicly, we're family. Publicly. As if their neglect wasn't a billboard. I deleted, breath steadying. Javier's email by noon. Subject, this isn't over. Ranting. You embarrassed us. Dad's blood pressure, hospital last night. Think you're hot shit now? That donation's a slap. Slap? Try mirror. I forwarded to my lawyer. Cease and desist, drafted for any harassment. Dad's call Tuesday, straight to voicemail growl. Get your ass home. We need to sort this. Sort? Like sorting laundry? Fold away the stains? No. I blocked, but not before texting coordinates. Aria's annual gala, black tie affair at the Fairmont, crystal chandeliers dripping light, gowns swirling like auroras. Wanna talk? Be my guest. Friday. Dress code. Regret. Why invite the storm? Not cruelty, catharsis. I'd scripted it in therapy, confront in my domain where power tilted my way. Ethan nodded over dinner, fork pausing mid-bite. Your call. But if it hurts? His eyes fierce protector. It'll heal, I promised, meaning it. Gala night arrived electric. Limo gliding up, my gown emerald silk clinging like second skin. Ethan's tux sharp as his wit. Red carpet flashes popped, reporters cooing. Alex Rivera, Aria's visionary, tell us about the scholarship surge. I smiled, poised. Empowering the next gen, no one left behind. Inside, ballroom thrummed, jazz horns sultry, champagne flutes chiming toasts. I worked the room, handshakes with investors, hugs from team, Ethan's hand warm at my waist. Then the sighting. Across the marble floor, a huddle by the bar. Them. Mom in a dated sheath, pearls choking her neck. Dad's suit rumpled, face thundercloud. Javier fidgety, scanning exits. They approached hesitant, wave from Mom tentative as a white flag. Alex, she breathed. Close now, perfume cloying, same as childhood hugs that never landed. Dad grunted, nice shindig. Javier eyed the crowd. Big league. Understatement. I tilted head, champagne bubbling cool on my tongue. You came. Good. Let's chat. Private. Ushered them to a alcove, velvet curtains muffling the revelry. Ethan shadowed silent sentinel. Tension coiled, air thick, my pulse a war drum soft. The donation, Mom started, eyes pleading. It hurt. We saw the articles. Rivera honors neglected roots. People are asking questions. Questions. Like the ones I begged as a kid. Dad puffed chest. Pull it back. Give Javier the funds direct. Family business. Business. My laugh sliced. Sharp. Unfiltered. Family? Let's unpack that. Voice dropped. Intimate venom. Remember my wedding? Empty pews. Your hectic lives. I stood there, veil trembling, vowing to a man who saw me, while you cheered a touchdown. Mom winced, hand fluttering. We were wrong. Wrong? I pressed, stepping close, heel inches from Dad's toe. You gaslit me into invisibility. Dad's real-life lectures while I coded miracles. Mom's selective pride, Javier's flops forgiven, my wins? Ignored. Javier bristled. Hey, I've struggled too. Struggled? I whirled, eyes flashing. You had the truck, the scholarships, the safety net. I biked to interviews, coded on fumes. And your startup? I ran the numbers, flawed code, no MVP. Sink or swim? You swam on Daddy's dime. Dad's face mottled crimson, vein-throbbing temple. Enough! You're throwing tantrums over old shit. We're blood, I echoed, voice silk over steel. Runs cold when convenient, but here's the thaw. Phone out again. Live stream queued to Aria's feed. 10K viewers tuning for the keynote tease. Watch. Tap. Screen flares. Gala feed. Me center. Mic hot. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's not just celebration, it's revelation. To the parents who taught me neglect sting, this empire, built from your shadows. And to every invisible girl watching, rise. Your light blinds them eventually. Cheers erupt distant, rippling through curtains. Their jaws slacken. Mom's gasp theatrical, Dad's mutter bitch under breath. Javier, pale, calculating, delete it, now. I pocket the phone, smile serene. Too late. Viral in 3, 2. Notifications ping, shares exploding, comments flooding. Slay queen. Parents of the year? Nah. Humiliation crests. A reporter sidles up, notepad poised. Ms. Rivera, is this about family drama? Mom stammers. Dad snarls retreat. They flee. Backs hunched, weaving through gowns like ghosts banished. Javier lingers last, desperate. Sis, please, rent's due. I meet his eyes, once brotherly, now hollow. Rent your own regrets. He slinks away, tail between legs. Curtain drops. Ethan pulls me into the fray, dance floor calling, his arms whirl me under lights. Laughter bubbles free, tears of triumph salting my grin. You owned them, he murmurs, spin dizzy. Owned. Yes. The gala blurs into triumph. Toasts to scholarships doubling. Investors pledging more. By night's end in our bed, sheets tangled, Ethan's breath even. Relief washes. Muscles unclench, chest expands full. No more hollows. Just space. For us, for Arya, for the girl I was, finally seen. Fallout rippled weeks. Mom's apologetic letters. Perfumed stationery. Pleas for one more chance. Archived unread. Dad's radio silence, a mercy. Javier's LinkedIn pivot. Seeking opportunities, unpathetic. Media buzzed. Tech Titans family feud, from snub to spotlight. I leaned in. Op-eds on toxic legacies. TEDx invites. Subscribers to Arya spiked. Women emailing. Your story? Mine. Validation. Pure. Echoing the justice I'd craved multiplied. The Porsche! Drove it daily now. Top down. Wind therapy. Every rev a fuck you faded to. Thank you, me. In the end, revenge isn't destruction. It's illumination. They dimmed me once, but karma's a spotlight, and mine burned bright. Lesson? Your worth isn't their validation. Build anyway. Shine anyway. The shadows scatter. Whew. That one's got me fired up all over again. If Alex's takedown gave you those victory chills, smash that like button harder than Dad's ego. Drop in the comments. What's the sweetest revenge you've pulled off or witnessed? Spill, we're all ears. And hey, subscribe. Hit the bell for more Reddit rages turned righteous. Next up, a boss who stole credit until she stole the whole damn company. See you there. Peace.